Wondering about one pitch in particular, and that is the American Spork.
Yeah.
The origin kind of coming off the back of Kodai's Ghost Fork. Can you talk about the pitch and the origins and how you came to throw it and where it's at now?
Yeah, I just figured I got gigantic hands and I could split them.
Jeez.
Like really, really
hey,
far.
do that to the
So
camera right there.
Yeah, so I was like, I might as well like try it out. And obviously when Kodai came up and he was throwing it and just no one could even sniff it, I was like, I gotta try this. Worked with Kodai with it. Certain grips seemed to work, some didn't. I try to hold it like his, but my fingers are so big it wraps around the front of the baseball. When I would hold it, obviously split it. My finger,
Damn, dude.
My finger comes around the front. So when I go down and I release it, I'm like spinning it and then it would just dart left. So I kind of like swap it, bring the finger back more, and then it rolls off. Goes right. Not really like a strike pitch, it's more so a chase pitch is kind of how I'm seeing it now. Obviously when I came in 24, I think maybe last year. Previous season, 23, was using it, trying to use it in like as a change up to like throw a strike, but it's not really a strike pitch. Kind of just utilized it, 2 strikes, use it as a chase finisher pitch. And it's definitely allowed me to attack the strike zone more with all my other stuff and then utilize this as a 2-strike pitch finisher.
Hey, welcome to Meet at the Apple. I'm Vito Calisi. That's Jonathan Barron, and we're here with Tylor Megill. Tylor, we've actually been wanting to talk to you about just a silly, funny thing we saw last year. Everybody's getting ready for a first pitch, and you know, a lot of the guys, like, people come in, sometimes you guys don't know who's throwing it, sometimes you're familiar, and we saw you get specifically excited about one of the first pitches. Do you know who I'm about to bring up?
Vinny.
Yes, Vinny from Jersey Shore.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
So what about Jersey Shore?
That's just like, what, mid-2000s, MTV, throw it on in the mornings. After I was running all the time at that point. And I was big into it. And I didn't even know they were showing up till they told us, obviously, that day. And I was like, oh, I got to go see this. So went out there, saw the situation, BDS, as they call them. And then Vinny, yeah, so that was cool.
All right, so since you like Jersey Shore so much, I'm going to give you 4 moments. I want you to blind rank them, okay? 1 to 4, you tell me which one's the order. First one to throw at you, The Note.
Ooh. The Note. Snooki, JWoww. Yeah. Oh
this is a foreign language
Sam.
to me.
Ooh. That was devastating, yeah. Ooh. I feel like, 'cause that's an OG. I want to put it at 1, but I feel like there could be something worse. I'm going to put it at 2.
All right, next one. JWoww, Angelina get into a fight. You could stay, get your blank beat. You could stay, get your blank beat. You could stay, get your mother blank and blank beat.
You could stay and get your beat. Oh, I'm going to put that I'm going to put that 4.
Pauly D getting his life stalked on the boardwalk. The girl he met at the t-shirt shop.
A 3.
Okay, and now number 1.
Number 1?
Number 1, again an Angelina fight. The situation screaming at her.
Yeah.
You dirty little hamster.
There's 1, I guess. So reordering, I put 2, then at 1. Yeah, I put 2 at 1.
Is there a moment I forgot? Is there a moment I'm missing?
Ooh. I mean, I haven't watched all like the OG ones. I've been watching the Family Vacation ones lately. So, yeah, no, not right now.
Have you been to Seaside?
No.
No? I mean,
I remember I was in Brooklyn. When was this? Might have been like 19. And they have the festival back there behind the Cyclones field. And DJ Pauly D was
DJ Paul,
actually
he's
having
good,
a
right?
concert on the shore, on the boardwalk out there.
A little secret, we're trying to get him out the city. Would you like that if we had him play at
That'd
City
be cool,
Field?
yeah.
Tylor Megill, Trisha. Tylor Megill approves.
I want to feel his hair. I want to know.
Okay, there's an extra reason.
I want to know with the thing. Like, it don't move. It's just straight hairspray.
We're going to do our best.
I'm going to go for a step further. If we could get a tour of the Shore House, would you want to go with us and take a tour of the Shore House?
Sure, I'd go, yeah.
Seaside's a beautiful place. I'm a Jersey guy myself,
Yeah.
so you'll be blown away by what you see.
And it'd get me out of the house, that's for sure. So
All right.
I don't do much exploring, so that'd be fun to do.
All right, so that's the silly stuff. Now I want to get to the more serious stuff, and I want to talk on behalf of all Mets fans and really take a moment to thank you and appreciate you for the incredible work you did down the stretch last season. I've got on my phone, I have it pulled up, your game logs in September. So September 4th against the Red Sox, you throw 4 innings, keep the Mets in the game, it's a victory. September 9th in Toronto, 6 shutty, 1 hit allowed, the Mets earn a huge 3-2 victory. September 17th against the Nats, again, 6 innings, 1 unearned run allowed, a victory. The Sunday night game against the Phillies, you give the Mets 4 big innings, allow just 1 run and a huge victory. And then I feel like because of the way the game went, people forget that you started game 1 in Atlanta. Yeah. And you pitched into the 6th inning and kept your team in the game and gave them a chance to win. And I'm wondering from your perspective, having gone through all of these huge starts, every time you took the ball, each start was bigger and bigger. What kind of a learning experience was that for you?
Yeah, I mean, obviously down the stretch, every game matters. So we go out there, you're just trying to keep the team in as long as possible in the game. Obviously, keep them at 0 runs. But yeah, just down the stretch, just grinding and gritting the whole way through. Obviously, we wanted to play in playoffs, so it's even more of a motivational kind of thing is, going out there and, just keeping the team in the game as long as possible.
Which of those starts, if there is one, I know it's maybe like picking your favorite child, but which one of those was your favorite starts?
Down the stretch, I'd say probably the Toronto one. Obviously, that's like when I just came back after being sent down. And really just, showing kind of what I've been working on. That's when I introduced the sinker, and it really, played very well. And ever since then, it seems like I was going in a good direction the whole way through.
So that was a big night in New York sports. I don't know if you're aware of this, but that was week 1, Monday Night Football, Jets-Niners. Aaron Rodgers returns. Me and my team, we were in San Fran. We were actually at the game at Levi Stadium. We were following along on our phones. And after the game, we were letting everyone know about Tylor Megill. I'm sure you've heard the nickname Tylor Megill before.
Yep.
Yeah, we were spreading the gospel about Tylor, but yeah, that was, dude, it was so much fun to watch you. And I feel like people don't realize that you've been in this organization for a really long time. You're one of the longest standing guys here.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, I've loved it since I've been here. I've seen a lot of changes. Obviously, sometimes change is good, sometimes change is bad, but it's been here since 18, and it seems like since 21, from an organizational standpoint, it just keeps getting better and better. So obviously, they treat us well, treat the families well. That's a big thing in our org, is treating the family well. And just I guess the way the team gets together, even not just the team, the whole faculty and everybody, it's just like very tight knit. We're very close. I think that plays a big part in why things are going the way they are.
Let's talk about that relationship with Jeremy Hefner that you've built over the last few years, and just how important of a presence he's been for you in your player development.
Yeah, very big on confidence. Obviously, I've had a rough, I'd say 3-4 years now. A lot of ups, a lot of downs. Been up and down, and it's just just sticking to believe and that you're good going out there each time, and then from development standpoint, obviously sticking with my strengths and pitching more to my strengths, and kind of in the past, pitches that weren't my strengths, kind of utilize them in a game and then falling behind in counts. It's more so just sticking to my strengths and then working off of that.
You talked about family, and I'm sure there was a little bit of family friction last October when the Mets and Brewers wound up meeting in the wild card round. Of course, your brother Trevor is a big-time member of that Brewers bullpen. So 2 questions. Number 1, how did mom and dad handle it? And number 2, how long after the final out, that double play that sent Mets fans into euphoria, did it take for you and Trevor to communicate for the first time?
Yeah, so we were, my parents, they were happy but sad because, they get to both see their kids in playoffs, but one gets eliminated, one still goes on. So it's positive but sad. And then talking to my brother, we did our whole celebration, so probably an hour or so after the game, went out and chat with him. So, yeah.
Do you think your parents will ever do the Edwin Diaz's parents thing and wear the split jerseys?
Split jersey. I think they have one.
They have one?
I think they do. I don't know what it says.
Because Edwin's parents
Mine.
says Meds.
I'm pretty sure my mom has a split jersey and blue and a white, blue and a pen. Yeah.
But you talked about the sinker, and it's one of the many pitches you throw. And today, you don't see guys with big repertoires like yours. You really throw the kitchen sink at guys. Wondering about one pitch in particular, and that is the American Spork,
Yeah.
which there was a lot of buzz about. The origin kind of coming off the back of Kodai's Ghost Fork. Can you talk about the pitch and the origins and how you came to throw it and where it's at now?
Yeah, I just figured, I mean, I got gigantic hands and I could split them.
Jeez.
Like really, really
Hey,
far.
do that to the
I was
camera right
like-
there.
Yeah, so I was like, I might as well like try it out. And obviously, when Kodai came up and he was throwing it and just no one could even sniff it, I was like, I gotta try this. So worked with Kodai with it. Certain grips seemed to work, some didn't. I try to hold it like his, but my fingers are so big it wraps around the front of the baseball.
We got a ball coming in right now. Thank you, Hunter.
So I mean, like when I would hold it, obviously split it. My
Damn, dude.
my finger comes around the front. So when I go down and I release it, I'm like spinning it, and then it would just dart left. So I like had to like swap it, bring the finger back more, so then it rolls off, goes right.
Goes the other way.
So yeah, not really like a strike pitch. It's more so a chase pitch. Is kind of how I'm seeing it now. Obviously, when I came in 24, I think maybe last year, I like previous season 23 was using it and trying to use it in like as a change up to like throw a strike, but it's not really a strike pitch. So kind of just utilized it, 2 strikes, use it as a chase finisher pitch. And it's definitely allowed me to attack the strike zone more with all my other stuff and then utilize this as a 2-strike pitch finisher.
And how much is that relationship with Alvarez grown over the last few years, just being able to throw to somebody like him? Because every time we talk to one of the pitchers in this organization, the respect they have for Alvy and the feedback that they get from him, it feels almost unmatched to any other guy in the league right now.
Yeah, Alvy's just a bundle of energy. He's always, wanting to get better. He's always looking for ways to get better. And as pitchers, you love that. They're always come like game time. He's in the office, doing his reports. We're doing our reports. We're pre-game meetings, going back and forth, what we see, what they see. And, it's always him wanting to get better. It's always him wanting to learn more. And then on top of that, he's an extremely hard worker. He's always just trying to get better.
Well, Tyler, thanks so much for joining us. You
Yeah.
can follow this podcast on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. Vito Calisi on Twitter, @JMB9191. Tylor Megill, thanks so much, and we'll see you next time at the Apple.